It's a case of not too young to run or not yet ready.
My life starts very early because when I be there 10 years old, police enter my village, scatter the place.
To free movement.
Now violation of my right, my arrest, my detention,
Yes.
my restriction.
Now since that night, I make decision as a 10-year-old say, when I reach time, I go fight to ensure safety.
We still dey under neo-colonial control. Now we can't dey inside internal recolonization by our.
My guest tonight has been a student demonstrator, a journalist, an activist. He's also the presidential candidate for the African Action Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, Omoyele Sowore is in the building! You're welcome.
Thank you so much. You didn't add that I'm also a fisherman.
Yes. You can always add that.
Yes.
At least they've heard you now.
Yes.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you once said that you don't want to join, you don't want to pollute your ideology by joining the coalition or third force. What is your ideology?
Ideology is very welfareistic. That is, I'm for the welfare, total welfare of the Nigerian people. Because for 58 years, they borrow ideology from other people. There was a time we were trying to mix socialism with communism. Then we went in the direction of capitalism. But we never practiced any of those things because we don't have people who can operate in interest of our people.
Okay.
So to now go and join coalition when I already have a coalition of the oppressed in our political party, the coalition of the unemployed, coalition of the abandoned, the coalition of people who have been cheated. There's no need searching for other coalition of people who may not share the core beliefs of our own political party and movement. That was what made me say that.
Okay, we'll leave it for you like that.
Yes.
We'll leave it for you like that. Coincidentally, the 16th of February, which is the election date, is also your birthday.
That's right.
So, are we celebrating at the polling booths or are we going to celebrate somewhere else? That's the party.
Is that this time around, the celebration will be different.
Okay.
I'll be taking gifts in form of electoral votes across the country.
That makes sense.
Yes, you don't have to go to the store. You just have to bring your PVC. That's all.
So, whatever goodwill that you have, that they have for you,
yes,
let it be in the form of the vote.
They should come with the goods and also the will.
Now, you said that for a reason.
Yes.
You said that you separated the good from the will for a reason.
Yes.
Because we know that everybody who goes into politics
they claim that they have
goodwill.
Will, yes.
They have
but when
goodwill.
they get into office,
what happens?
There is only the good left. There's no will to do good.
Wow.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yes.
Okay. What makes Sowore different from every other presidential aspirant? What makes you different?
I'll go back to the issue of will.
Okay.
That of all the presidential aspirants over the years, 30 years in my own is the case, I've demonstrated strong will to do what is right. Starting from the University of Lagos when I was a student union activist. After I left there, I went and became a journalist. After, with journalism, I was also a university lecturer, part-time lecturer in the US for 8 years. And I have been in front of every demonstration that has forced anybody to do good in this country, starting from driving the military out of office. When they brought Totam, now we demonstrated against them. When the Yaradua Kabal started, we're the ones who demonstrated against it. 2012, we did demonstration against the subsidy scams that was going on in the country. Demonstration in support of free and fair election. It has always been like that. That's why I say, we need somebody that has verifiable records, history, integrity, character.
So track record of activism.
Yes.
Should it be a criteria?
No, it's more than activism, but there's also a track record of being a teacher.
Okay.
There's also a track record of being a journalist, even though I wasn't trained as a journalist. There's a track record of being an entrepreneur. I started a media company from nothing, and it became a global media platform in Sahara Reporters. I don't want to make that one begin fair.
People get into office and we begin to, they promise change, and after a while, you begin to see change in the promise. Are we sure that if you become president, we won't be hearing things like, we met it like that. It is the way it's done.
Yeah.
The cabal is responsible. That is how we met it.
No, first I want to correct the impression and the use of word if. I want you to change it to when.
Okay, when.
So, no, it won't be like that, because most of the leaders we have had in the past, they don't prepare in reality for office. Otherwise, we would have had some of the best leaders having had experiences as president before. Some of them have done it twice. This is the only country in the world where when you fail, you're allowed to repeat again and you still fail and you still be making noise. But in our own case, we have done our homework. And not only doing the homework, we have publicized what we want to do. We have what we call Spicer Hit. We have documents that are downloadable so that people can interrogate and query it and tell us if these things will not work. Nobody has come back to say that. So we will not have a situation where we're saying, well, if we knew, because no godfather is sponsoring us. And the moment you remove godfathers from the equation of politics in Nigeria, you have a godson, and they will be doing the will of God. All right.
I mean, that sounds very interesting. That sounds very, very, very interesting.
Yes.
Okay. Those who are staunchly in support of the present administration say they are satisfied with how he is fighting corruption. That is, I think, one of their main reasons. They say there's integrity, and they are satisfied with. What is your take on it?
No, it's even the man himself says that he's not satisfied with the way he's fighting corruption. That is why they are doing last-minute fight of corruption. So if you want to talk about who fights corruption in Nigeria, between the person sitting in front of you and the man who is going out very soon, I have done it without any incentive and done it better than any one of them. On NTA, when I was interviewing the candidates, I made mention of the fact that as of 2.5 years ago, this battle about Chief Justice of Nigeria, we had already published that the man has questionable wealth. And they wrote a rejoinder to deny that there's nothing like that, that they've looked at his record, the man is squeaky clean. But when it is now politically convenient and expedient, suddenly they go and brought the file out. So you know that they are not fighting corruption, they are using corruption to fight others.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That's another spin to it. Do you think you have done enough to win this election?
Oh, a lot. I'm the only candidate, unquestionably, who has been to every part of Nigeria. I've been to all the geopolitical zones. I've visited 34 states, including the Federal Capital Territory. I have traveled by air, by land, by keke napep, bicycle, and by boat, canoe, around Nigeria, talking to the people, finding out what they need. I did town hall meetings.
But we've not been seeing you shut down areas with the kind of rock star crowd that we are seeing.
No, our strategy is different. We don't do that kind of parachute rallies. Those ones are transactional rallies. If you go to those rallies, the moment it is done, the same people who went to APC rally are waiting for the PDP to come and do the rally at the same place. That's not the kind of engagement we're having with the people. When we started with town hall meetings, for people to be able to ask us questions, right? And we did town hall meetings across this country. What we were not lucky to have is to have the money to be doing live transmission on TV. But that is not what is going to win the election. People can see beyond all those tricks by now. But we have been around doing campaigning everywhere and reached every nook and cranny of this
Considering country. That you said you have done enough to win.
Yes.
So if we give you...
Well, not enough until we win, because we are still 2 weeks out.
Okay,
So,
wow.
Yes.
That has kind of affected the next question I was going to, but I'll still ask.
Ask him.
Which means if I give you $1 billion, you're just imagining, not like I have it to give you.
Yes.
If I give you $1 billion now, there's nothing more to do since you've done enough.
No. That's what I just said. That until the last minute, we are
so
not.
There's still opportunity to do more.
There's plenty. But it's not going to be about money. So.
Now, there's this notion that people say you're doing this for popularity and for money, that you're just a rabble-rouser.
People are entitled to their opinion. One part of my life over these years is that I've worked very hard to promote freedom of speech. Yeah? And the aspect that is not there is the freedom after speech. And when I become president, everybody will have freedom of speech and freedom after speech. So those who are saying that I'm a rabble rouser will still have their freedom intact.
Okay.
But I'm not. They know that if I was, I would probably not be sitting in front of you. Seriously.
Everybody wants to solve Nigeria's problem.
Yes.
If you have the chance, or when we give you the chance
Yes.
to,
Yeah.
let me change it.
Yeah,
when we
exactly.
give you the chance to, what is that one problem that you think that if you fix it, things will begin to take shape?
It's not one, I must tell you.
Now, just
it's more than one.
If you had a one-point agenda, what would it be?
If I choose, it would be electricity. You know, I would light up every corner of this country, put 40 million homes on the national grid, or whichever grid we have, because national grid is not a way to describe grid. National grid in Nigeria is a grid that promotes darkness. So we have to be very careful how we use some of these terminologies. But yes, electricity will be a major priority. But following that will also be security, infrastructure, fighting corruption, of course, not the way they are fighting it, you know, because we have to plug the loopholes so that we have enough. And, you know, one area that I always talk about is also ensuring that there's proper distribution of wealth, because our problem is not wealth creation. We have proven over the years that Nigeria can create wealth, even natural wealth that came to us by default. But we haven't been able to distribute wealth appropriately. Yes, in a just and fair manner. And that's why we are where we are today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sowore, for your time.
Thank you for bringing me on your show.
Please, a round of applause.
Nigeria, they use computer. The leaders of Nigeria, they use radio where they turn the knob.